Yo, anime fam. Imagine this. A guy who spent years training in isolation to become the ultimate adventurer, but everyone around him thinks he's useless because all he can do is parry. Yeah, you heard me right. Parry. But what if I told you that one skill could turn the tide in some of the biggest battles? Welcome to I Parry Everything, an anime where Nora's seemingly underwhelming talent turns out to be a game changer. This is WTF is I Parry Everything, and trust me, this one's more epic than you'd think. Stay tuned till the end for the final rating. I Parry Everything follows the story of Noor, a young man who spent years training in the remote mountains, isolated from the rest of the world. Noor's training wasn't typical. Instead of learning flashy magic or powerful sword techniques, he focused on mastering the art of parrying, deflecting every attack that comes his way with pinpoint precision. After completing his rigorous training, Noor descends from the mountain and arrives in the bustling kingdom of clays, with one goal in mind: to become a legendary adventurer. However, things don't go as planned when he reaches the capital. In a world where warriors are judged by how hard they hit, Noor's ability to merely deflect attacks is seen as weak and unimpressive. The adventurer guilds and knights mock him, dismissing his parrying skills as nothing special. Noor, though undeterred, pushes forward, taking on quests and slowly gaining recognition. But Noor's journey isn't just about proving himself in combat. As he navigates his way through the adventurer's ranks, he becomes entangled in a much larger conflict involving rival factions within the kingdom. The political tension in the Kingdom of Clays is high, and Noor finds himself in the middle of power struggles between noble houses and guilds, all while mysterious enemies lurking in the shadows threaten to plunge the kingdom into chaos. Noor's ability to parry starts to shine in ways no one expected. From deflecting magical attacks to redirecting devastating blows, Noor's technique becomes pivotal in key battles that could determine the fate of the kingdom. His parrying ability, once mocked, now becomes essential in fighting off stronger foes who would have been impossible for ordinary adventurers to defeat. Throughout his journey, Noor meets Lin, a feisty and sarcastic companion who adds humor to the adventure. Lin may be small, but her fierce determination and sharp wit make her a perfect partner for Noor as they tackle increasingly dangerous challenges. Together, they grow from low-level adventurers into key players in the looming conflict. The beauty of I Parry Everything lies in its ability to balance Noor's understated abilities with bigger, world-shattering stakes. It's not just about brawn, it's about outsmarting opponents, strategy, and turning a perceived weakness into a strength. Noor's story is a true underdog tale, with layers of world-building, intricate political intrigue, and comedic misunderstandings as he navigates through guild politics and dangerous quests. But don't be fooled by the lighthearted moments. Noor's journey is fraught with danger, and his parrying skill becomes critical in preventing disaster for the entire kingdom. Alright, anime fam, now it's your turn. What do you think of Noor's story in I Parry Everything? Did his journey surprise you? Is parrying the most underrated skill in anime? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And hey, if you're loving these anime breakdowns, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any future episodes of WTF is. Stick around, because the final rating for this anime is coming right up. Now let's break down I Parry Everything and dig into what makes this anime unique. First, let's talk about character development. Noor might start out as the quiet, underestimated hero, but his journey is filled with growth. What makes him stand out is how he turns his simple skill, parrying, into a tool of incredible strength. His bond with Lin is also key to the story's charm. Lin's sarcasm and fiery attitude provide much-needed comic relief and a contrast to Noor's serious demeanor. As a team, their dynamic is fun to watch, and you see both of them evolve as they tackle tougher enemies and uncover deeper conspiracies in the kingdom. The animation deserves a mention, especially the way Noor's parrying is animated. Every deflection, every redirect feels satisfying, and while it's not the most explosive or action-heavy anime, the fight scenes have their own creative edge. Seeing Noor parry magical blasts and turn powerful attacks into a defense is what makes the action sequences stand out, even if they lack the intensity of other fantasy anime. Now, on to the fights. This is where the anime shines in a unique way. The fights in I Parry Everything aren't about brute strength, they're about strategy. Noor's ability to turn defense into offense adds a different layer to the battles, but at the same time, this can also be a downside. Some fights can feel repetitive, as the parrying gimmick is heavily relied on. While it's fun to see Noor's technique in action, it might not satisfy viewers looking for fast-paced, explosive battles. So, how does I Parry Everything stack up overall? Let's start with the story. Noor's journey is compelling as an underdog narrative, offering refreshing twists on the typical adventurer tale. But while it has these exciting elements, the pacing can drag in certain places, making it feel like the story takes its time to hit the bigger moments, which might be a downside for viewers craving more immediate action. Because of this, I'd give the story a 7.0. Now, moving on to the characters, Noor is, without a doubt, the heart of the show. His growth from a quiet, underestimated hero to a key figure in the kingdom's survival is engaging to watch. Then we have Lin, who, with her sarcastic attitude and feisty personality, adds a nice balance to Noor's calm and serious nature. Their dynamic is definitely one of the show's strong points, providing some lighthearted moments amidst the chaos. Overall, the character development earns a 7.5. As for the fights, this is where opinions may vary. The whole concept of parrying as Noor's main skill is both unique and entertaining to watch. He's not the typical brute force warrior, and that's a refreshing change. However, the parrying theme is heavily relied upon, and for some viewers, it might start to feel a little repetitive. Plus, the battles don't always deliver the fast-paced, explosive action that we see in other fantasy anime. The slower, more strategic combat is great for those who enjoy that kind of thing, but for others, it might not be enough to keep them on the edge of their seat. So, for the fight scenes, I'd give it a 6.8. In the end, I Parry Everything is a fun and intriguing anime, particularly for those who enjoy slower-paced, strategic fantasy stories rather than action-packed adventures. The unique spin on a protagonist who uses defense as his main weapon gives the show its own flair, but the pacing and reliance on Noor's singular skill may not appeal to everyone. Overall, I'm giving I Parry Everything a final rating of 7.1. It's definitely worth checking out, especially if you're into underdog stories and tactical combat rather than flashy, high-energy battles. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this breakdown of I Parry Everything, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the anime fam. Drop a comment with your thoughts, or if there's another anime you'd like me to review next on WTF is. I've got more awesome anime content coming up, so you don't want to miss out.